Hello, welcome back to Shit They Don't Tell You. I'm Nikki Limo.
What's up? It's Crypto King. What's going on?
And you are listening to Shit They Don't Tell You. Wait, I already said welcome to Shit They Don't Tell You.
Oh no, what are we going to do? This is
I don't know. This is a disaster already.
A disaster.
You guys, we're not experts at podcasting either. Even
there it is.
If you do a podcast for 4 years, it
Doesn't
doesn't
mean
mean you know what you're doing.
No. Hell no.
Okay?
In fact, you find out more and more that you don't know what you're doing in podcasting.
Actually, that's how I feel about anything that I learn more about.
I agree.
When I first started, I'm like, this shit's easy. And then the more that I learn about it, the less that I feel like I know.
But isn't there a beauty to that?
There is, but
Yeah.
also I feel like a dum-dum most of the time, and it contributes to self-loathing, so I don't know.
But we already have plenty of self-loathing, so it's just sort of the norm.
Yeah, but I
isn't
think
it?
that's where it gets refilled from constantly, is
fair.
because I have this strong, like, never-ending desire to learn more and
Yes,
more.
same.
But then the more I learn, the more I'm like, I'm a fucking dummy. Like, I'm so dumb.
But that's why you're
idiot.
But that's why you actually learn, as opposed to
Yeah.
people who don't really learn. Because when you actually learn, you realize what you don't know.
Yeah.
And I
I
think
guess I just like wish there was just formulas. I like math because there's always one answer, and you show how you got there. Maybe there's different ways to get there, but like you can, it's like this is the answer. This is the formula to achieve this answer.
Yeah.
And life doesn't have that. It's like the more that you learn about something, it's like it could be that, or it could be something else. It could be like this way. It could also be this way. And it's like
just
there's no
think about
formula.
all the experts who said we don't have to worry about inflation, and now they're like, "Hey, my bad."
They're dum-dums too.
Hey, that's my fucking bad. And those people are actually experts. Like, hey, I'm an economic expert.
Ignorance is
It's like,
bliss.
don't even fucking sweat this inflation game, dog. We're gonna be good. And then now they're like, hey, my bad, guys. That's fucking crazy.
I know this girl. Well, you know her too. She's not like, I don't think you guys know her, but she's a old friend that we had.
Yeah.
Who was just obsessed with acting, and she thought she was really good, and she would continuously get cast in things because she like showed a lot of boobs. But I think that she didn't know that that's why she was being cast in things, because she wasn't like a person that knew that that was her type. Like she was like,
Yes.
she was just like, I really love acting, and
Yes.
it was and so she's really happy.
Yeah.
Because she's like, I'm good at acting and I keep getting cast in things.
Exactly.
And she never has to feel like I'm dumb. Like,
No.
I'm not good at acting. Like, I wish that.
But do you ever think that she's like, holy shit, I think I'm actually fucked today because I only have sweaters?
No.
She's like, I'm never going to get this role.
I don't.
You don't think so? Okay.
No, I don't.
Okay. Interesting.
I don't think she has sweaters.
Hey, well
And
put.
it hasn't stopped her.
Well put.
Anyway, we have questions that you have submitted to us.
Yes.
If you have questions, you could submit them to podcast@nikki.limo. Our introduction was a bit long this time, but it was mainly to tell you that we're not experts at anything, although you can submit any question you want on any subject, and we will give you our answer on it. That we are under no liability, so don't sue us, because we're telling you it's for entertainment purposes only. If we say some good shit, and you're like, holy shit, this has changed my life, good for you. But we aren't taking accountability for it.
That's exactly it.
So, I mean, we'll take the accolades if you give us compliments.
Yeah, we like that.
But if something goes wrong, we're not responsible.
If you're like, I broke up with the love of my life and it ruined me, then guess what?
That's your fault. But
That's big time your fault.
that breakup button was entertainment.
Yeah,
okay?
that breakup button is hilarious.
Yeah, we were in
Breakup button is for entertainment
many
purposes
people.
only.
Exactly. See, if you chose to actually break up,
No,
that's
oh
on
my
you.
God.
That's on you. But if you got lots of immense happiness from it, that's on us. We did that.
That's exactly
we
it.
did that for you.
Exactly.
Okay, so on that note, I'm going to step into our first question. This one's from our Patreon, one of our Patreon members. If you are part of our Patreon, patreon.com/sticky, STIKKI, not only do you have all the perks of having extra episodes and videos released a couple days early for Shit They Don't Tell You. Steve does a crypto corner. We also do a monthly live
We're
stream
on the
together.
comeback, baby. We're on the comeback.
But also, if you have a question for Shit They Don't Tell You, your question will be featured first ahead of the queue.
That's right.
And we have a way that we know who is a Patreon member and who isn't. I don't read these ahead of time. I just know which ones are. Okay. So this one is titled Lies and Depression.
Oh.
Am I a terrible, horrible human being? Plus some compliments. Oh, sick. There's compliments.
Yay.
Okay. So, hi, Nikki and Steve. Please provide a fun nickname and keep anonymous. Fun nickname.
depressed person.
That's so not fun.
Oh, I thought that was kind of fun.
No.
Oh, I know.
No.
Sad koala.
Not depressed koala.
Oh, I like not depressed koala.
Okay, that's fun. Okay, hi, not depressed koala. Let's start with the compliments to help skew your view when reading the rest below. You can skip if needed. We would never skip compliments. Are you fucking kidding me? we need the self-esteem.
We probably should.
Why?
Just to get to the point.
Can I read one or two?
Sure.
I lost a poker tournament today.
Okay,
and
you need it.
I feel like I just need like one compliment.
I understand.
Just one that's like, hey, you're an okay person. Okay. You two are literally the ultimate couple. The amount of dedication, love, and self-awareness that you share is so admirable. Steve, we're skipping Steve's.
Yeah, good call.
Nikki, your continual journey navigating self-love and understanding of self while being transparent really allows the rest of us to give ourselves permission to do the same. Love, y'all, and thank you for putting so much of yourselves out there. Thank you so much.
Thank you. You can read mine now.
No, I will never share it. Steve said skip it. Steve doesn't need compliments. Steve's head is already so big with compliments, he doesn't need more.
My head's just literally big, actually.
Never send Steve's compliments again. Send them all my way, please.
I can't fit barely hats. I have to get the adjustables.
That is true. Earlier, before we started, I made him change hats because the other one made his head look big.
Look like an egg.
Yeah, that's what she said.
So I get a lot of compliments here at home anyway. So what do I need this shit for? Go for it, Nikki.
All right. She said your emotional intelligence is really good.
Okay.
Okay, so first question. Have you ever big time lied to one another? Could be about anything, but has it ever happened in your relationship? If so, how did you resolve it? If I did, why would I ever tell you?
Why would we admit that?
Why would I tell you that now?
Well, why would I admit
right in front of him?
Have we big
Ask
time
me
lied?
privately.
Shit.
Holy shit. DM me, girl.
Ask me at a bar when we're sloshed.
Koala. He lied one time when the very beginning.
Here it comes.
I got lots on him.
Here it comes.
Lots of dirt on this egghead.
You talking about the oat milk or some shit?
No, that was a lie I told this morning though.
Yeah, exactly.
He said, I got oat milk. It was almond. Who is he trying to fool? Not me.
I did it again. It's crazy.
Anyway, when we first started dating, I got kind of a panic attack because my past two exes before him had lied about a lot of stuff, and so like I was like, I will never fucking put up with this again.
That's right.
And then when we first started dating, he was like, I'm on my way.
And how's that a lie?
He was coming over because you weren't on your way, and he never showed up.
No,
You never showed up. Don't say you're on your way then. He's like, I'm on my way.
Well, on my way means a lot of things.
No, that's something you text when you're in your car. Yeah. You're on your fucking way. So I had dinner made and everything. I thought that I got fucking stood up again by someone that I really was putting trust into this time. I opened my poor little broken heart and up to another human being soul again, and it just got stepped on.
Yeah.
And shattered.
That's what happened.
So he never showed up, and he wouldn't answer his phone. He didn't text back.
We greens are prone to falling asleep randomly.
I didn't hear from him until the next day.
If we get at all comfortable.
So don't fucking say you're on your way.
At all warm, and I am even a little bit tired, but I don't know that I'm tired.
Yeah.
I will just fucking pass out.
That's fine. I had dated you for 3 weeks.
Yeah,
and
that's true.
You said on my way.
Well, it never happened again.
I'm on my way. I'll be there in
never happened again.
I'll be there in 5 minutes.
I didn't say that.
Yeah, I think I still have the text.
I said I'm on my way.
Are you sure? Because I have hard evidence.
Dude,
you gave a time.
I remember getting out of the shower.
You gave an ETA.
And being like, okay, I just need to sit here and dry off for a second, right? And then I fucking passed out.
But you didn't say that.
All right.
You didn't say I need to sit here and dry off for a second.
Well,
you said
I'm on my way. It's like that. It's like I'm out of the shower. I just gotta fucking put my clothes on. I'm out the door in 4 minutes.
You gave an ETA.
I know. I was just so warm in my little towel. So warm.
So yeah.
So
big time fucking liar over there.
Yeah, there it is.
Probably lied about other things too, but I don't care.
So good.
I don't lie. We don't have a reason to lie.
No. We're
so open.
Yes.
But I'm not trying to make you feel bad if you lied to your partner. I mean, I'm sure maybe you had a reason. Let's continue. Okay, now on to my question of, am I a terrible, horrible human being? I guess instead of am I the asshole, AITA, it would be rather AITHHB because I already know I'm an asshole. So, some backstory. I have severe depression, and although it's high functioning and a lot of it is tied to my self-worth achievements, and childhood trauma. My fiance, at the time of the lie, has a history of being cheated on in past relationships, so trust is really important to him. I am currently pursuing a PhD. Holy shit. Wow, good for you. Yeah. And the lie happened in the summer of 2020 during COVID, and we were all working from home. At the time, I was super stressed about my milestones, and although I would be the first to admit that I'm bad at being vulnerable with my fiance of 6 years about my struggles, I keep them to myself a lot until I've solved it, and it leaves him feeling disconnected because he's very vulnerable with me. Because we are, sounds familiar, because we are both home 24/7, my quote-unquote everything is okay front started to fall. Due to my depression, I would sleep in later, scroll mindlessly on Instagram, take many naps during the day, not check my emails, and overall not have gusto for life. He started to see this and would ask me questions, but wasn't the best at being empathetic, more of a quote-unquote problem solver, which to his justification made sense because he also finished a PhD program a couple years back. He asked so many questions each day that I felt so much incredible pressure that I blacked out and straight lied to him and blamed my professor for me being behind on my milestones. Once that first lie came out, I immediately felt terrible, but just couldn't stop or deal with what felt like an interrogation or maybe my insecurity of not being good enough onto the situation. I ended up heavily lying to him the whole summer and coming up with different ways my professor or committee or research was delaying me. Eventually he caught on and went on my laptop and read some emails and the whole thing blew up. In all transparency, I also hugely lied to my professor and said I had COVID and my mom was sick and that's why I was delayed. This is truly not who I am. I have never been a liar and I feel like I succumbed to that severe depressive episode and fucked shit up. Anywho, I already know I'm the asshole, but he still chose to marry me and is now my husband. We've gone through couples therapy, but I just still feel all this guilt and struggle with vulnerability because when I try to work on it, he often doesn't respond with emotional availability and understanding or becomes defensive. He is a wonderful husband in every other way, but struggles with empathy, and it further hinders my ability to be vulnerable. I just constantly feel like a terrible overall human being for what I did to him on top of the regular depression that he's never had to deal with, and know that his trust in me has been severely altered. He deserves so much more than that and so much more than me. Would be nice to hear some of your thoughts and eventual Patreon Discord thoughts. Thanks and sorry for the downer.
I think you're way too hard on yourself.
Yeah, me
Holy
too.
Shit. Just chill out.
Yeah, not
He married you
koala.
after all this shit happened. So like that means you are forgiven. Once you do that, you are in the water and you are purified.
Yeah.
So because he fucking went into it knowing all that.
I also think
it's also not a big deal.
Yeah, exactly. Like the thing you lied about was because of your own insecurity, like not like you were hiding.
Some dude.
Exactly.
Fucking a bunch of surfers behind a pizza shop.
Like, yeah, you shouldn't have lied to him, but it was like to protect your own self-esteem, not like to protect like something that you're keeping from him.
You were being defensive about your own personal situation
and how you felt about yourself.
Situation.
I feel like that's actually more natural, more normal.
Why are you a piece of shit?
Steve, I asked him to buy me a computer, a PC, because...
So here's why I'm a piece of shit. So here we go. See, this is an example of a piece of shit.
I'm giving an example of someone similar who is not a piece of shit. I just feel like sometimes it's okay like that. You feel guilty about it, but if your husband forgives you, he should just full on flat out forgive you and you shouldn't have to feel like guilty anymore.
That's exactly right.
So Steve said he was going to buy this PC, and I was like, can you make sure to get it like this week because Mercury retrograde is about to start and you're not supposed to buy electronics during Mercury retrograde, and so otherwise some shit's gonna go wrong. And so he's like, yeah, don't worry about it. And so I kept I didn't want to pester him too much, but I asked a couple different times before Mercury retrograde, and he was like, I'm on it. It's like getting ordered right now. I'm like, I'm talking to, because Gina was helping us with stuff, and he's like, I'm talking to Gina right now. What's happening? I'm like, okay, but before the retrograde, which starts at this date. Well, fast forward 3 weeks later, still no computer. We're way deep into the retrograde period. And Gina, who was going to help me learn how to stream on that computer, was coming the next day, and we didn't have the computer. And I feel like during all this time, he kept lying and saying that that he had it handled and the computer was coming. I thought he ordered it from somewhere. I don't know how PCs work. I thought I always get the thing at the Mac store because I'm a Mac person. But PCs, maybe there's some process. I don't fucking know. And
with all due respect.
I feel like the one thing spiraled into, and then he couldn't.
You are omitting a slight thing.
What, that crypto crashed during it?
Yeah, that I lost $1 million in crypto.
So, but again, instead of saying, hey, I don't think I can handle buying a computer right now, you're going to have to do it.
No, it wasn't. Well,
yeah, because your own ego was like, I should be able to handle this for my lady.
That's not what it was.
What was it?
I had this money set aside to pay off a certain amount of money to keep my positions in a certain thing, and I'll get into more detail. I'm just trying to keep this as general as possible for people to understand. But that was dwindling because of what was going on, and so I couldn't just pull liquidity or pull funds from that to get your computer at the time.
Because in your mind, the only way to buy this computer was from like crypto staking.
Well, that was how we were doing. You knew that.
No, I know, but that was the only way. Because once it started getting closer to the date, I would have rather just, But that's what I mean. That's why I'm comparing it to this story, because it's not like our friend here, Not Depressed Panda, thought she wouldn't catch up on her PhD stuff. Like, I think that she told a little white lie, was like, oh yeah, the only reason I can't do this because my professor messed up or whatever. And then she's like, I fully plan on correcting this, and like everything will be something like that. It won't even have to matter later. He just doesn't have to know. Fair. But then as things started spiraling, it's like she had to stick to that because it didn't catch up. Like she didn't catch up to it. And that's kind of what happened with you, where like you're just like, oh, we're going to pay for it with crypto staking, but I have to wait on this position thing. Right? I have to wait on this thing. And so instead of communicating to me like, hey, actually, like, I can't get the computer this week, you were just like, I got it.
I didn't say that. I never said I got it.
What were your words then?
I never said I bought it.
No, you were like, I got this. I got it handled.
I'll handle it. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, it's fine. I mean.
No, I know it's fine. I forgive you. Like, you seem like you feel guilty still because she probably.
I always do. Because anytime I tell you I'm going to do something, I feel guilty about it.
Right. And so that's why these stories are analogous.
Yeah.
Because I, as your partner, we have had a discussion. There is a computer in my office now, and I forgive you for saying that you're going to get it and you didn't get it. Like, I just handled it myself, like it's not a big deal. But I think that you still, maybe because like if I, kind of say something unjust, you still feel bad about it. And I think that's kind of how she feels now.
Which is a very normal thing.
Sure, that's what I'm saying. To her, that's what I'm saying. It's a very normal thing. She's not a horrible person. You're not a horrible person.
Right.
If you're going to couples therapy about it, then maybe it is a bigger deal to your husband than this computer debacle it was to me, because we don't need to go to therapy about it. But if it was it you that wanted to go to therapy because you feel guilty, or was it him because he has trust issues now?
Right.
Because that makes a difference. If he's saying like, I fully untrust you now, like I forgive you, no big deal, like that sucks, but I think you were just in a bad place and he understands, then I think you should let it go and move on. But if it's something like he continuously is making you feel guilty, then
if he's punishing you for that, it's weird.
Then that's something that he's got to work on for sure.
Yeah. And it's not just like, oh, he got cheated on or he got lied to in past relationships. That's forgiven when he's with you. If you have a healthy relationship, has nothing to fucking do with you.
You didn't lie about.
You don't have to compensate your situation because the guy's sensitive about something. That is a misnomer bullshit thing that happens in a lot of relationships that shouldn't happen. There needs to be a clean slate, forgiveness, and look, I'm not talking about trauma. Mm-hmm. Right. I'm talking about like when you're with somebody and like, they just went through a relationship that was shit and they're going to treat you like you could do that to them again.
Yeah.
And they haven't healed yet. And that's really bad.
Yeah. Like if I had just had a boyfriend who didn't buy my computer and it's traumatizing. I'm just kidding. I didn't think of that as a lie. I just, but like that's just how I don't. Yeah, it is a lie that your professor wasn't involved in you not, being behind. But yeah, that was a lie. But I just think that it's something that got ahead of you. You thought you could catch up to it, and like eventually it wouldn't matter that you told this little lie, and then instead it like spiraled into this bigger thing, and you like never got it done. And
very true.
Yeah, and then you had to lie to your professor for why. Yeah, so it sucks because then the more that you're having to lie to cover up the original lie, then you feel like shit about it. and you start thinking like, maybe I just am a liar, but I don't think that you are. And I think that you need to do some self-healing there, because like an event doesn't define who you are as a person. You know, you don't have to identify with that event, if that makes sense. You know, that's not who you are. What?
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else to add?
No, I think that's great.
Okay, cool. Well, I hope that helps you not depress panda. Koala or panda?
Koala.
Koala. My bad. Much tinier bear. Koalas are really dumb. Do you know?
That's what I just heard from you. I don't know that that's true.
They just fall off trees.
But you can fall off a tree and not be dumb. Yeah, that's pretty dumb.
Well, if you fell off a tree, I'd be like, you're fucking dumb.
Damn it.
But no, their whole job is to stay on trees.
That is their job.
Like if I was like, dude, what I'm designed to do, I can't do.
Isn't it part of their job to look real cute though, and like fit in a backpack?
You know, there are leaves that they only eat eucalyptus leaves, and they're super poisonous.
Didn't you know that they fit into a backpack?
What kind of backpack?
Just like a regular
backpack?
Yeah.
Not like my mini backpack? Or
Like a Timberland backpack. Mostly.
Like a Jansen?
Yeah, like a Jansen. That fit in a Jansen for sure.
We love Jansen, by the way. Shout out.
Yeah, big time shout out to Jansen Backpacks. It's a sponsor that we have always dreamed of having.
Yeah, but also Jansen that refers this show to friends.
Oh, JanSport.
JanSport. That's what it was.
Jansen was a person that listens to the show.
Yeah, that's right. That's why he was in my head.
But JanSport is the backpack.
I just thought, oh, it's the same name as the backpack.
It's close.
It's JanSport. I'm sorry, Jansen.
I just caught up with you.
Okay, thank you. All right, next one is, am I seizing opportunity or overworking myself? Hi, y'all. My name is Vanessa Van. I'm 22. I've heard this name before.
What kind of name is that?
Wait, I made fun of this name.
Sick name.
I was like, that's not a real name. That's a porn name.
Vanessa Van.
But no, it is her real name.
Vanessa Van sounds like a Marvel Silver Age hero that like got washed out. She's like, Vanessa Van was like just a regular chick, and then one day she got into a chemical accident in her van and she turned into a van. So now she can go back and forth between being a woman and being a van. Because that's how fucking shitty comic book writing used to be.
Okay, got it.
It's like the name is part of it's like a pun of like part of their power. It's like Jesus
Christ. Like Aquaman
Christ.
swims in the aqua.
Well, that one's like pretty direct, but yeah.
Yeah, Spider-Man got bit by a spider.
But if Aquaman's name was
it's also
like
Tom
Ted
Aqua.
Water.
Yeah. Okay, got it. Okay, so, she says it in the very next sentence. I'm not sure if you guys remember me, but I left a review a couple months ago. Haha. I do remember you. How could I forget the name Vanessa Van? What? You looking at my crotch?
Yeah, see if I'm close your legs, actually. Just a little bit.
Can people see that?
Just a little bit.
Listen, it's comfortable for me.
I know.
Now you sound like...
I'm not trying to be bad. I'm trying to have your back, actually.
I know, but like, if I want to spread my legs for the camera... I should be able. It's 2022.
Exactly.
I should be able to spread my fucking legs.
Here it is.
Free my.
If this didn't happen at home all the time, I wouldn't even care.
Free the crotch.
I'm just trying to look out for her.
Now I gotta put a big pillow on here. You're welcome.
I'm really trying to look out for her family, but it's okay.
You can thank Steve later for me having a pillow on my lap, a gigantic pillow on my lap. Anyway, so my question is, how do you discern when you're seizing an opportunity for your career or just not recognizing the value of your work? Ooh, this is a good question.
It's a really good question.
Okay. For example, I have some friends my age that are struggling to get internships. We're all in college. Typically, everyone tries to get an internship for the summer, so now the school year is ending and it's the beginning of summer, but some of my friends don't have an internship yet. I told my friends that even if it's a low-paying internship, typically $20 an hour is considered the standard for our industry, they should still take it. An opportunity is an opportunity, and we're still at the beginning of our careers, so of course we're not going to make that much money. However, my friends refuse to take an internship that pays less than $20 an hour. I even told them that some people in our industry, which is computer science, data science, etc., will volunteer their services at a company just to get the experience. Of course, no one wants to be underpaid, LOL. For me personally, I have no doubt in my mind that my friends and I will be successful in the future, so every step we take now is closer to that end result. I don't know. What are y'all's opinions on this? Am I the one that's too eager for opportunity? Not at all.
No, hell no.
I'm a 100% with you. Okay, you got to realize that companies, when they take on college interns, they're paying you less because you're putting their business at risk. You have zero experience, so how did they know you're not going to fuck something up? And then they have to take they have to take liability for it. If you mess something up with their data servers or like some customer's information gets leaked, that's on them. They're the ones that get sued. You are not responsible at all. So they're taking on a risk by hiring someone that has no experience. In exchange, you get the experience. You can add it to your resume. You are gaining knowledge because you're actually having hands-on work in the field, and you're getting paid a little bit for it as well. And I think all of those things combined are way more valuable than getting paid a couple extra dollars per hour.
Yeah, and people will say, like, well, we should all band together and make sure that we get the extra. Look, that's all well and good, but there are other people who will just fucking step in and start doing it.
There are people that are already graduated, that already have a degree, have already worked for other companies that can do the job better than you, that will get paid, they earned a higher salary. And all these things, by the way, when you can put them on your resume, you can now negotiate a higher salary later in life. So you're planting the seeds right now to be able to harvest it later and be like, yeah, I earned this and now I am worth X amount of dollars. If you've never had the experience and you just try to walk up into a job and say like, well, yeah, I graduated from, I got a degree, so why do I have to have experience? They're not going to pay you.
Or even just getting connections too, like
that much
contacts. Like, because me and Nikki started doing tubes and nobody was paying us anything at all, ever. We went to so many shoots for free. We canceled work for free.
Yeah.
We did all kinds of shit. I skipped paychecks for free.
And not to say that like you should always be accepting free work. No. You absolutely should not.
But I knew that I had nothing to offer except for I am willing to show up when you guys need me, and I'll bring whatever I have to the table.
Yeah.
And I know that you could hire somebody else, so I want to be the guy first in line.
A lot of photographers, if they don't have a portfolio yet, they'll take clients' pictures for free or trade for print or a very discounted rate so that they can build their portfolio so that they can eventually charge more.
Exactly.
Like that's what it's all for. That the way it's designed is so that you have the experience under your belt, and not just that, but also the confidence to show people like, look what I've done. Look, I did that. Like that, I am worth your time and money because this is what value I bring to the company.
And by the way, I believe in unions. You don't get to just walk in the union and you're fucking in, like with no experience. You got to work your way in, like with your skill set, so that you're worthy of entry. So that's the whole fucking jam, right? Like, you know,
I feel like people don't understand the concept. So like, you understand the concept that you're paying money to go to college in exchange for the education, right? The knowledge,
but not the job, not the work experience.
So you're paying your time at a company in exchange for experience.
Yeah.
And in addition to that, some money, it sounds like, because like when I was college age, I dropped out of college personally, but all my friends, when they were going to college and doing internships, it was all free internships, especially in the film and television industry. Like, because it's so hard to get an internship and experience under your belt, that it was all unpaid internships.
That's what I'm saying. People will do it.
And it shouldn't stay unpaid forever. That's
no, hell no.
That's indentured servitude.
You can stand out in the lobby and try to change the movement, or you can just try to get your job right now, and that's the whole thing.
And for most companies, they don't. If you're good, if you're doing a really good job, they want to pay you more.
Yeah,
they're gonna be like, yo, I want to keep you at my company.
You're so effective
how
here.
Do I
how do we keep you?
Yeah, and that's what you want.
And then there's competition. There's other people who maybe interacted with you and they saw what a good job you did. So there's a lot of opportunity.
Yeah.
And through contacts, you meet people there, and they moved on to somewhere else, and they're like, I remember you. You're fucking dope. You just don't know all the people that you're touching when you're there.
There's this guy, I used to work as a waitress, right? And there was this guy, I was 23 and he was 30 at the time. And he was an actor, and he would always talk about acting, and would talk about how he's in SAG, and he would talk about like just like what a great skilled actor he was. But when I'd ask him like what he had done, he said nothing. He hasn't been in anything yet. And I was like, well, how do you like have so much confidence that you're an actor? He's like, because I'm trained, I'm in the union. I mean, he got his union by doing background work, so like whatever. But he was basically like, I won't do independent films or anything. I won't do anything ultra low budget. I won't do anything for free because I am entitled to be paid for my work. And that is fine, to be entitled to be paid for your work after you show that you can do the job. Like,
you gotta build a resume.
It's like what's it called? A catch-22. Like you need the resume to get the job, but you need the job to get the resume. So you got to do the job for free first, so you get the resume, so then you can get the jobs to pay. And it's like that. And he didn't understand this concept. We argued about it because he would judge me for like doing YouTube, doing
which became your career.
Yeah, like doing all these things for free because I was building something. He would judge me for it and scoff at it. And he is still waiting tables.
No way.
That was, 23. I don't want to math myself into age, but it was 12 years ago.
Wow.
So he's like 42 now.
Wow. Well, hey, that's not a hate on him.
I'm not hating on him, but he talked about how he was going to be just like the next thing in acting, and he never took any. To me, it's it's the window of opportunity, the risk of hey, I'm not guaranteed anything, but I'm going to take this on because I don't know what's going to happen. And I think you kind of have to have that spirit in life in general, this curiosity of like, I don't know what the outcome's going to be, but I think that this will take me somewhere. Like,
hey, my buddy George, you know George.
Yeah.
He started this show called Tiger Belly with Bobby Lee, and he wasn't getting paid anything at the time. It was just like, let's do this, and like we'll split it up.
Yeah, whatever happens from it.
And I'm not saying anything out of turn. I'm not giving any details other than, whatever happens from it, we'll share some of we'll split it up. You know? And that worked out fucking amazing. But he had to put the time in, like nonstop, work hours, everything. Mm-hmm. And it grew into this thing, and like that's been sick.
The risk of never making a dollar, but you're getting all the experience and all of the Yeah, you're trying to build something greater in the future. You're just putting like little coins into the future bank.
That's it.
Of what could be this like potential.
And that's the thing is, me and Nikki could point to more stories of that working out for people than people who held out where it worked out.
Exactly.
And that's all I'm saying. I'm not sitting here even saying like this is the right way and that's the wrong way. It's like, no, this is the effective, productive way. And like everything else is like you're dreaming or you're trying to start a movement of something that like you literally can't start that movement like alone, right?
Yeah.
That's a whole cause. We're trying to get shit done now.
Yeah, it's like, well, I want a Tesla. Everyone should have a Tesla. Why can't I have a Tesla?
Yeah, it'd be great for the earth. But guess what? Not everyone can have a Tesla. So, like, do you want to have a Tesla soon? Then you got to start working towards it your way. But, like, the ethereal idea that we should all just have one, that's great, man. But that's not going to happen for anybody. Like, what's productive for people?
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I asked.
You're 100% on the right track.
Yes.
Don't let your friends dissuade you otherwise. Yes. And also, like, I just want to know. I don't think I have one story of it working out for someone that complains about it.
And I don't hate on anybody who's like, I know my worth. Go for it. That's fucking awesome.
You have that,
I really do believe that's awesome. But I also believe that if you are like, if you have that worth, it'll show up.
You should have something to back it up.
It'll show up.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Like you might start somewhere and not get much. But that worth will show up once you're working there, once everyone sees you there.
Absolutely.
Because your foot's in the door already. And that's all you want, right? In this fucking town of LA or anywhere, all you want is your foot in the door, man. Yeah, you want your foot in the door.
Exactly.
So.
Exactly. And on that note, we are going to take a break. We have some sponsors, I believe. So, like, listen to what they told us to say and buy what.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
That we tell you to buy and download things. Some of the stuff is free, so.
Yeah.
So maybe you don't have to buy anything. I don't know. Listen to it.
So we'll be
right back.
All right, look, let's be honest for a second. For just 1 second.
Just one. Can you please?
I play Best Fiends every single day.
Wow.
I play Best Fiends on the toilet.
Okay.
I play Best Fiends off the toilet.
It's a little detailed.
I play Best Fiends when I'm sitting in my office. I play Best Fiends when I'm not in my office, when I'm looking at ducks by a lake.
Brag much.
You know why I do it? So I can get my daily rewards.
And because you're obsessed.
So I can upgrade my fiends.
Yeah.
So I can collect new fiends.
What does that mean, Steve?
Well, it means I get more attack power for one.
Okay.
It means I can solve levels quicker for one and puzzles quicker for two.
Go off.
I'm telling you, I love Best Fiends and I passed level 50. So like, not to brag, but I'm moving out of the ice era and into the spring era, which is exciting for me. I have been in winter for too long. I am ready to move on.
You are thawing out. It's summer, baby. Get that tan ready.
I am very ready for summer.
Yeah.
And I am ready to collect even more Best Fiends. You know what's so fun too? It doesn't let you advance unless you have leveled up some of your Best Fiends. But then by the time it asks me, it's like, hey, just so you know, you can't advance yet. And then it's like, oh, wait, yeah, you can. You definitely leveled your guys up. Good job.
So you got to prove it to them?
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like you.
You feel like you have to prove it, but then by the time you get there, you're like, oh, I proved it.
And once you download Best Fiends, you can play anywhere, even without internet connection, which is really great. If you're stuck without Wi-Fi.
Like when I'm on a plane, I love it.
When you're on a plane, when you're on a train, when you're by a lake watching ducks.
Exactly. There's no Wi-Fi there.
Perhaps you don't have Wi-Fi there.
Exactly.
Doesn't matter. You could still be playing.
There's also new in-game events added all the time. In fact, honestly, I'm not kidding. Every time I open up my Best Fiends app, there's always just something new going on. I'm like, what the hell am I doing now? With thousands of levels, there's always more to play. So go ahead and get freaking Best Fiends right now.
Download Best Fiends for free from the App Store or Google Play. Plus, earn even more with $5 worth of in-game rewards when you reach level 5.
That's friends without the R, Best Fiends.
Best Fiends.
Best Fiends.
Huge shout out to our partner, Athletic Greens. Okay, Athletic Greens is something that I've actually been using every day, literally every day. You kind of have to for it to be efficient, just like most vitamins and stuff like that, supplements and stuff. But this one I actually really enjoy taking every day, and I have noticed a huge difference because when I started taking it, I had just been reading about how like the neuroscience behind like exercise and meditation and stuff impact your ability to think clearly and read people. And as you know, WSOP has been happening. And so I was like, anything that I can take to enhance my spidey senses, at the World Series of Poker, I want it to be taken, and I want to be on it, and I want to be starting this like a month prior. So I started taking. So I should explain what it is. But so Athletic Greens, it comes in this like big, this really cute container actually, and it's a powder, and you add it to water, and they give you like a little water bottle, and they show you how many ounces are in there. So I do about somewhere between 8 to 10 ounces, and put a little scoop of the powder in there, and when you take it, you're getting.
How does it taste?
It tastes delicious. It tastes slightly sweet, but not overbearingly sweet, because I don't like really, really sweet.
Usually they're bitter, though. I like that.
No, not bitter at all. No, it's kind of like, what does it taste like? Kind of like, almost like you're having a cucumber mojito, but it's like a little bit more watery and no alcohol taste.
Sounds refreshing.
Yeah, it's very refreshing. It's just only slightly sweet. You know you're drinking something healthy, but it's not weighing you down. It just feels good.
It doesn't taste like a garden, which is big for me. I don't like that.
You're absorbing 75 high-quality vitamins, minerals, whole food source superfoods, probiotics, and adaptogens. Yeah, I don't know what those are, but I know that they help me with my gut, which I had also been having problems with in the past, which you know, and I've talked about many times on the show. Yeah, and I didn't know before having gut health issues that is connected to your brain. It's called the second brain. So if you're not taking care of your gut, you're not taking care of your brain. You're not thinking as clearly as you could. It's lifestyle friendly, whether you eat keto, paleo, vegan, dairy free, all that stuff. If you're a picky eater, don't worry about it. They got you. Less than 1 gram of sugar, no GMOs, no nasty chemicals or artificial anything, while still tasting great.
And less than $3 per day.
Exactly. Good for your wallet, good for your health. We like it. We're into it.
Look, it's time to reclaim your health and arm your immune system with convenient daily nutrition. It's just 1 scoop and a cup of water every day. That's it. No need for a million different supplements and pills to look out for your health.
And to make it easy, Athletic Greens is going to give you a free 1-year supply of immune-supporting vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. All you have to do is visit athleticgreens.com/STDTY. Again, that is athleticgreens.com/STDTY to take ownership over your health and pick up the ultimate daily nutritional insurance. And it costs you less than $3 a day. So you're investing in your health. Come on, it's cheaper than your cold brew habit. Drop it, guy, girl.
That's athletic, GREENS.com/STDTY.
All right, and we are back. Thank you for buying everything we told you to buy and downloading all the cool things we told you to download. Next question is from Cosmic Latte. This says, thank you. Oh, this isn't another question, but I just wanted to say thank you so much for answering my question about beauty standards and art, etc., etc. I knew you guys would understand what I'm saying. I definitely just need to think less and not take life too seriously. Makeup and body modifications make me and other people happy, and for whatever deep psychological reasons they are, whether it's for other people or not, I love art and beauty, and I just like it. Yay, I love your views on art and creativity. Life wouldn't be worth living without it. Yes. Amen. I'm so glad that you came you came to that conclusion. And TikTok and social media definitely causes brain rot. LOL. Yes.
Hey, Nikki just had a bad day at poker you alluded to earlier.
Yeah.
And what did she do? She immediately just went and bought a bunch of sparkly stuff because it made her laugh.
Oh, that's true.
You know what I mean? Like that little bit of ping that you get from stupid shit like that.
It didn't even cost a lot of money. It just made me feel like, what if I went back in there and rebought my ticket like all decked out in sparkles?
Which is hilarious.
It would make it so much more fun to play, and I wouldn't take myself so seriously.
Yes.
And I do that with makeup too. I think your outward expression definitely can change your inner attitude about yourself. So yeah, and it wasn't for anyone but me. Like I really didn't care. I just wanted to be sparkly.
And you got to tell me about it, which made me laugh.
Yeah, thank you. I bought a necklace that said "bitch" and sparkles.
This is pretty great. It's a choker.
And I went and played poker with a room full of 3,000 men.
And she wore a sparkly hoodie.
Yeah.
That like goes all the way up and down.
Like I was just that girl.
Yeah.
And
with sunglasses.
And I then went on to beat out 3,200 people.
But she's not that good at poker because she lost.
I didn't cash.
So exactly.
Because there were so many people.
This is what she does to herself, which is
so
nuts.
I feel bad.
It's because it's like, dude, you did so good.
Because I faded 3,000, 3,100 people. 3,200 people.
3,200 people,
But I didn't cash.
So that's why she sucks at poker now, according to her. To me earlier.
Yeah. Anyway, social media causes negativity and overthinking, and that I wouldn't think of it if it's not presented to me. Yeah, exactly. Like you wouldn't have thought like
yes, very true.
Had all these quandaries about or like all these like self-doubts about like, oh, maybe the thing I like is contributing to negativity or something. When I meet people in real life, no one makes me feel that way or makes me feel like I'm doing something wrong. Maybe people project their own insecurities more boldly online. That's absolutely true. I believe
That's all they do.
It was a mini existential crisis, I think. Haha. I will continue to focus on my goals and be creative. Thanks, guys. You're so smart. Oh, we love you.
Right on. That's awesome.
Cosmic Latte.
Way to go, Cosmic Latte. That's awesome.
Okay. Perfect.
I love the follow-ups.
Me too. I love when you guys send follow-ups. And by the way, if you didn't listen to that episode, just to catch you up, this was a question submitted by Cosmic Latte about she really loves makeup and making people feel beautiful through like showing them different makeup techniques and different stuff and just like all things related to art, beauty, and makeup. And she started feeling really bad about it because she was watching all these TikToks saying like makeup contributes to overall negative self-esteem in women and us feeling like society controls us and all this stuff. And she's like, well, I just like it because it makes me feel happy. Yeah. And we told her like, it does make people feel happy. Yeah. Maybe it makes those people feel sad. I don't know, but that's not on you. Like if it's something that's bringing joy to other people, I don't think that can be bad unless it's hindering someone else's life, which it shouldn't be. Anyway, next one is titled Family Jealousy? ? Hi, Nikki and Steve. Please give me a kind nickname so I can change all my social media to that and brag about where it came from. Ooh, kind.
Huggy Pussy.
Huggy Pussy. That is so kind.
That's really nice.
Who doesn't love a huggy pussy?
I do.
Just to like snug and tug your.
It's a snuggle your
pee-pee.
Little snuggy zone.
Little huggy pussy.
Yeah, huggy pussy.
And your pee-pee just sleeps there.
Yeah, sometimes.
Sometimes at nighttime.
Yeah.
He just cuddles up in there and falls asleep.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm 26-year-old female and I've been following you both for years. You weren't even together yet. Oh my gosh.
Whoa,
that is
hurrah.
So long. Wait, is my crotch showing again? I didn't mean it to.
I don't fucking know.
I moved the pillow. I got hot. Anyway, that's a good update for you, audio listeners. I'm like a mix of you two, so I always just want to do a good job, and I'm known for being tough but a softie inside. That is a good mix of us.
There you go.
You both are amazing people, and honesty and transparency throughout the years is unmatched and doesn't go unnoticed. Oh my gosh, thank you so much.
Thank you.
I really appreciate that.
We like just telling you guys exactly what's going on.
Yeah, I know, because there's just too many people not saying what it is.
Yep. Or like, hey, can we edit that out? Because I'm
I definitely edit things out, but it's more of like a privacy thing. Like, oh shit, I shouldn't have said my address.
No, but things that we're going through or things that are real. Like,
yeah,
I always, even if it's uncomfortable, I'm like, yeah, we should just leave it in. It's good. It's good for people to hear.
Sometimes I edit out if I cry, but I tell you that I cried.
That's true.
I do tell you all that I cried.
That's true.
Be like, I just cried a second ago, and I told Mark to cut it out.
That's true. Well, because you're also looking up, and like, it's a whole process. It takes forever. Sorry, Mark. Mark's amazing, by the way. Yeah, Mark's the best. We love Mark.
If we look great, it's all due to Mark.
That's true.
Okay, so moving on. For context, money was always a struggle growing up, and although I didn't have a passion for anything specific, I was really scared of being stuck in a minimum wage job. So when I was 18, I decided university made the most sense for me. Not based in the US, so I wouldn't be buried in debt after. Okay, I was going to ask, but okay.
Good point.
Cool. Because of this, my choice of major was mainly based on the likelihood of getting a job afterwards. I can't say I advise people to do the same, but it worked for me because I ended up loving it and starting a job perfect for me right away. Oh my God, congrats. That's awesome. I'm very lucky for the way that it turned out. The company is great, and this job has enabled me to travel to other countries a few times and move out pretty early on since things at home weren't always the best, so I obsessively saved every penny. Throughout the years, my salary went up, and I kept saving until I had more than enough money for a down payment for my own apartment, which 18-year-old me would never even dream of it being possible. That is so cool.
Way cool. Congrats to you.
Congrats. Problem is, I have a sister 5 years older than me, 31. She lives with my parents and works on and off on minimum wage jobs. I can't say we've ever been extremely close, but lately we basically don't have a relationship because she kept saying I didn't deserve anything I have, that she should be the one traveling instead of me, and because I sometimes ask my parents to help with heavier groceries because I don't have a car, she keeps saying I'm not even independent, so I can stop quote unquote pretending. Oof.
She's jealous of you.
Yeah. I think this all comes from her feeling like she is quote unquote behind me. But how can I prevent this from making me, to put it blunt, hate her?
It's bullshit.
I know I'm not the reason she's not successful, whatever that means. And I know I was very lucky to get where I am, but me not having any of this wouldn't mean that she would have it, right? How can she not see that? Am I being unfair and not putting myself in her shoes enough? I'd like to think I'd be happy for anyone around me to find success. Any help or tips for dealing with this? I feel like I just wanted people in my corner to cheer when I hit a milestone. As a non-native English speaker, I feel obligated to apologize if anything didn't make sense. LOL, I couldn't even tell at all. Nikki, if you want to add learning Portuguese to your massive list of hobbies, or if you want to visit, just hit a girl up. Love, Huggy Pussy.
Okay, Huggy Pussy.
Oh,
that's
sweet.
Really, by the way, great name.
Yeah.
No, look, for me, it's really simple. And this is not the easiest piece of advice to give. So I understand if you're going to struggle with it, especially because it's a member of your family. But I have a rule. And it's like this. I have maybe I could fit him on two hands, maybe, but 5 to 7 people that are in my quote circle. And they're the only people who can really reach me when it comes to I allow them to
influence you, affect your emotions.
Yeah. And everybody else, I just don't really respect their opinion. Mm-hmm. And it's not that they're not smart or anything. It has nothing to do with that. It's really just, if you don't really know me, you're not going to really understand what I'm going through or what the situation is. And so it sounds like she's just there to just snipe at you. And so why is she in your circle? And that's easy, right? Your answer is she's my sister. But if she's going to just be giving you negative reinforcement and offering you horrible rationale for why you're doing things and she's not, then why is she in your circle? Why are you giving her that impetus, allowing her to impact your day?
And I don't know if she's in her circle. The question was, how do I not hate her? So maybe it's like, hey, I don't like her, but how do I at least be cordial? Yeah. And I think that your sister's just being a stone cold hater. Your other questions about am I an asshole or whatever? No, you're not at all.
No way.
Your sister is completely in the wrong here for sure. She's definitely projecting her own jealousy and insecurities. And I don't know why people that get into this negative spiral of seeing other people succeed and wanting to bring them down.
Yeah.
Exactly what you said. They don't get the point that if those people didn't have their success, let's say you didn't get your job or whatever, it doesn't do anything for them. They don't automatically get that job.
No.
I used to deal with this a lot in the acting community where people would be mad if you got they'd be cool, you got a role, but they wouldn't be super supportive about it because
unless they think you can get them something, and then they're oh my God, yes.
Yeah, but it's you're not even the same type as me. I didn't take your role. Yeah. But people just feel, and I'll be honest, there's been times where I felt behind by comparing myself to other people, especially if those people were younger than me, where I'm well, I was doing this longer and they got successful faster.
To everybody.
It happens to everybody, but
it happens to everybody.
I don't put that on them.
No.
To me, I'm very happy for them. That we're all connected. So I heard this saying that was like, when you take a candle and you use it to light another candle, none of the flame gets lost from the first candle.
Absolutely.
And so if you are encouraging other people and helping other people and doing everything you can to light other people up, it does nothing to take away from your own candle.
Yep.
But if someone comes out and blows out the first candle, well, now you can't light any candles. Like, it doesn't do anything for the other candles. It doesn't make the other candles be lit. Like, it doesn't help at all. Like, it doesn't make everything, I guess it makes it even because now everyone's sad. But like, yeah, the misery loves company thing maybe comes into play. But yeah, I never understood that.
One of my favorite things to do, actually, we were just at this house party, which was fun. And there was a guy there who was talking about his passion. And this guy just loves the fucking Lions. He loves like Lions football. And I'm like,
I was like, the animal.
I'm like, you're one of the only fucking people who probably does. Good on you. But the way he was talking about it, I was like, and you know, if you're listening, sir, I mean, you know what I'm talking about. But I can't wait to put people in the zone of like, yo, you don't know it, but you can do this because you're already doing it. You just don't know that you're doing it. So like, you should just do this. Like you should just start a fucking Lions podcast and talk about this shit. Because I got a buddy named Brandon Perna who does this shit, and he's like talking about the fucking Broncos. And I remember when he started, nobody was like just talking about one singular sports team yet.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? But now it's like a whole thing. A bunch of people just talk about one singular sports team, and like they're just, you know, because there's a bunch of people, and the afternoon drive sucks on radio. People are just listening to like more commercials than anything else, and they just want to hear. I want to hear somebody else who's like me talking about this thing that I love.
Yeah.
And this cat was talking about the Lions the whole time, and I follow. You guys know I follow football, so I was like, "Yo, bro, you should do this. You should fucking do this." That doesn't do anything for me.
No.
It doesn't take anything from me.
No. And if he were to if he were to blow up, like he starts a podcast and he's like 10 times more successable than
Good
shit.
for him.
Exactly.
I can't wait.
Because that means that he's putting something cool into the world.
Exactly.
Like, and you helped boost that.
The
That was
smallest way. But
so
that's the thing. It's like showing somebody that you believe in them. And that you can tell that they love what they're talking about, and just giving them that
little encouragement,
you know. And I'm so glad for all the people who did that for me. So it's just it's just part of being a human.
I think that there are people who put things into the world, like help, like put joy and create and like build and like put things in the world. And then there are people that are more destructive that take away things from the world. And maybe it's like a yin yang thing. Like, people are just built those ways. I'd like to think that those negative people could be converted. Like, you don't have to be destructive. Like, you can use that in a more constructive way. Maybe they just didn't find their outlet. Maybe that, like, once they did find their outlet, they could figure out that they could use that energy in a more like constructive way. But I don't know. Like, maybe it's a balance thing, a yin and yang thing, because I feel like people who genuinely want to like help other people find their thing are very excited when that person gets successful and blows up. Like, it's the best. It doesn't take away from your own thing. Yeah. So I'm sorry that you're dealing with that. Also, I'm so happy for you that it seems like you did the thing that we kind of try to describe to people to do, which is follow the thing in your heart that's telling you to go this direction. And your gut was like, I think this is the right way. Mm-hmm. And then it worked out because you were going with the flow that you were like designed to flow in. Like, everyone has their own thing, but some people just get disconnected from their own flow. And I think it's because they get influenced by the flow other people are doing. And so they think they have to go that way, even if it's in direct opposition to the flow that they feel in their heart.
The other thing I have to say too is that if somebody can stop you, just by being like, hey, I don't think you're very good at this. And they can really actually stop you from doing it, which I hope never happens to anybody. But if they can do that, then it probably wasn't supposed to happen anyway. Because you have to have that. There has to be that like joy that you get from doing it. Like that's like, no, I'm going to keep doing it. I know that you think I suck at this, but I actually really like doing this stuff. And I think that as long as you can get that joy in it and focus on that spark, which sometimes gets covered in mist and clouds and stuff. But if you can focus in on like that flame, why I started doing this, why I love doing this when I started doing it. If you can get back to that, like almost like your home plate, I think you'll fucking win. I think you'll win. I think you'll win hard.
when I was studying acting in the very beginning, I was reading this article. I think it was Ben Affleck. I'm pretty sure it was Ben Affleck. It might have been someone else, but Ben Affleck stuck in my head. A student asked him, he was like doing a thing at a college or whatever, like a acting conservatory or whatever. And a student was like, how do you deal with rejection? You know, like, what if I never make it? Like, how do I take that risk? How do I deal with rejection? And Ben Affleck was like, I honestly think you should just quit. Like, you're never going to be an actor. I've never seen you act, but I just don't think you have what it takes. Like, you should just quit acting.
It's great.
And people thought I was really harsh. And then he was like,
it's great.
If that can stop you from being an actor, then you shouldn't be an actor. So, and I always thought about that. I was like, and it really helped prep me for all the rejection that you do inevitably face.
Yes.
In any industry, really, but it's like tenfold with the acting and entertainment industry.
We live in a very interesting time because everyone wants like extreme validation for no matter what the fuck they're doing. And it's like, dude, that's just not how it is.
It's not.
It's never going to happen. Like, you don't get like extreme validation for anything. Like, dude, even if you get some validation, guess who's not going to like it? Somebody else. So it's like, you'll never get this whole like validation circle that you want.
It's what Mark Manson talks about in one of his books. I can't remember which one, but about how you need rejection. You need these different stressors in order to build strength.
Yes.
Because if not, then you're just going to be this fragile thing that any little time someone goes, you suck, you just crumble into it, and you're like, well, I can't do anything because that person said I suck.
Absolutely.
And then you'll never do anything and you just let that person control you. And you
lose your confidence, which is really bad.
He talks about being anti-fragile and like how, you know, when you go work out, you're building muscle and it's really painful, but you have to tear down the old muscle to like rebuild new muscle. And that's exactly what you do. It's like controlled stressors that help you grow and strengthen you as a person.
Exactly.
And so if you are going through life avoiding those stressors, avoiding obstacles, avoiding getting criticized, avoiding like all of that, then you just will stay in the same place or digress because you're not growing or building or strengthening.
Yep.
You're avoiding pain, but it's the pain that helps you grow.
Yes.
Yeah. So anyway, we got off on a tangent, but you're doing great, and I'm sorry. Just see your sister for what she is. Limit contact with her, and don't take any of her words to heart.
It's all just look at it like it's bad stand-up.
Yeah, it's a heckler.
Yeah, she's a heckler. It's like, okay, cool. That's great. I'm gonna go do other shows like while you fucking go look for other shows to sit at.
And it's too bad, you know, because she could be spending that energy like building her own.
Dude, being productive instead of being putting out negative energy out there is the best thing for you.
Yeah. I agree. I think that's all the time we have.
That's it. That's all she wrote.
But thank you so much for submitting your questions. Again, if you have a question, you can submit to podcast@nikki.limo. That's podcast@nikki.limo. We will probably receive your questions, although some people have been like, you didn't ever answer my question. I'm sorry. I might have skipped it because there's a bunch of spam emails in this folder too. And I like this one. It says, dearest podcast, can you give me some of your time? We would like to search for a new audience. I don't know. I don't read them.
Yeah, right. But unless it's an Amish podcast.
They got really good at putting real people emails. So sometimes I'm like, that's a spam.
Yeah.
And
don't
I might
say dearest, and we'll probably be Gucci.
Yeah. Okay. Well, anyway, check out our Patreon, patreon.com/sticky, STIKKI. We do bonus episodes on there. We actually have to record one this week because we are a little late with it. But we do that. It's called Shit They Don't Tell You After Dark. It's like stuff that we're processing right now in our current lives. It gets a little vulnerable and emotional sometimes.
Yes.
And then you'll get these episodes earlier than anyone else. You'll be the first to get them. And we do live streams every month. I also have been doing a poker tournament for anyone interested.
Very true.
At the end of our live streams.
Yes.
And with cash prizes, even though it's a free roll.
Yep.
You get cash prizes, and there's a crypto corner.
I do crypto corner every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. PST. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.